Hi guys, it's Mihiri here. I love to promote all things Sri Lankan on my channel and especially Sri Lankan women. I wanted to talk to a Sri Lankan environmentalist. We are here with Themi Perera. Thank you for being with us today and joining me for this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Can you tell us what sparked your interest in environmentalism?
I think just growing up, I traveled to a lot of national parks and I just fell in love with nature, just the beauty of it all, and it's very timeless. So I've always been like that. And I think recently I've gotten more into it because of the movement among the youth, started by Greta Thunberg, and it's become a much bigger thing, and youth have realized that we have the power. It resonates with a lot of people that are my age because a lot of times we feel like we don't have as much influence over older generations because older generations are those who have power, who are in government positions. She really helped us realize that we do have power to make a difference at this age.
So speaking of doing all the protests and stuff, you organized your school's walkout, right?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about that.
Yes.
I'm so proud.
We heard about it through various organizations, and I talked to some students in my environmental science class.
Okay.
And so we all just decided to go around, spread the word about this strike. So we ended up walking out of school.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. All together. And yeah. And we had around 200 students walk out. So It was crazy. And it was really empowering to see so many people and of so many different ages and generations too.
Right.
And such a diverse community banding together under one idea. It's really powerful.
Would you say that your generation's a little bit more conscious or aware about these things?
I think so. And I think it's probably the reason behind that is that it's very relevant to our lives because we're seeing more of the drastic effects now.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think our generation is very conscious about that because it's a danger to us. So I have lots of friends and people I know who are passionate about it just because it's such a big thing in our lives.
So what do you do now to promote environmentalism?
I started a club with Rightopia Lab called Enviroactivism and Exposition. So we work with young writers. So we have teens, we have kids from middle school. So we work on projects related to environmental activism.
Can you tell us a little bit about recently you guys were doing a project, you were making reusable bags out of t-shirts, right?
We went to a local farmer's market and we collected old t-shirts from writers who come to Rightopia. We made them into bags and helped teach the farmers market goers how to do it themselves.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? You can make your bag and go shopping with the bag that you just made. So that's awesome. I love it. We're both Sri Lankan, obviously, and we have this kind of stereotype of Sri Lankan parents. They always want us to be either doctors, lawyers, or engineers. Those are all great career paths, but not every single Sri Lankan person can be that. Tell me about that. How have your parents been supportive of you or not, or how has that been?
My parents have always been very supportive of me. I was actually surprised at how supportive they are. My mom's accompanied me to strikes and rallies. I'm really lucky to have that. I know a lot of people's parents may not feel that way.
Right.
And I think it's important that you should try to convince them, tell them if it's important to you, and ultimately they're your parents, so they'll realize that what's important to you is also important to them.
I just have one last question for you. If you had one message that the viewers can take away from this, what would you want to say to them?
You have the power to make a difference, and don't ever feel like you're alone or that you're just a drop in the bucket, because I felt that way for a long time when I was little. I felt since I was 9, I've been wanting to start a group and encourage people to fight for the environment. But I felt like I didn't have support or backing, and that I didn't have enough power to do something. But I want everyone to know that you are not without a voice. You have the power to start something and motivate other people. You should. You can. Take that initiative and make a difference.
Oh, love it. Yay. Well, thank you, Themi, for talking to us today. And I know you're going to do amazing, amazing things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon.